Please be seated. Apologies that our Chancellor, Lem Sessi, can't be with us today, and so I'm Clive Agnew and I'm the Vice President for Teaching, Learning and Students, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the University of Manchester and to preside over this splendid ceremony today in the Whitworth Hall. To start with, I'd like to welcome our graduates, whose magnificent achievements and hard work we're here to celebrate. I'm also delighted to see so many friends and family here. My own daughter and son graduated from this university, so I have some personal understanding of the requirements from those friends and family. We thank you for their support and encouragement you've given to our graduates, which has been so important in their ability to achieve their success in their academic studies. Turning to those graduating today, we're here to celebrate your academic achievements, giving well-deserved recognition for all your hard work that you've put into your studies. You can be very proud of graduating from the University of Manchester, in its highest place now in the academic world rankings of universities since they began in 2003. It's built on a very strong heritage. This was the university it was here that Rutherford first split the atom. It was here the first programmable computer was invented by Kilburn and Williams. And of course, it was here that Geim and Noslov discovered graphene, and I believe today you can even buy some graphene running shoes if you're interested. While those academic achievements should be placed and applauded, they should be placed alongside the achievements not only in research and education, but also in the field of social responsibility, which is our third goal of this university. And in March this year, we celebrated 11 years of the Equity and Merit Programme, which awards master's scholarships to exceptional individuals from some of the poorest countries in the world. I'd also like to note the University School Governor Initiative, which supports staff to take up school governor positions in schools across the country, and was recently awarded the Queen's Award for Voluntary Service. And last year, the total number of governors from our staff and alumni was well over 500, which is quite exceptional. And together, sometimes we join in our social responsibility. And I think it was also very notable this year that the Purple Wave of the University of Manchester, staff, students and alumni, which numbered over 2,000, trekked across Manchester to raise over 30,000 for charities. And I wanted to put your achievements alongside those of the university because you're about to become our most important ambassadors, our alumni. And our Alumni Association helps you remain in contact with the university, linking you to nearly 250,000 across the globe. And we'll continue to be interested in your future achievements. And maybe perhaps one notable exception, or one notable example of that, rather, is Catherine Palmer, who first came to study here in 1935. She then went on and had a very distinguished career in teaching and has just celebrated her 101st birthday, which the university participated in. So all we're asking for you to do is to keep in contact with us till at least you're 100. Obtaining your degree is a hugely important milestone, and you should celebrate your success. But this is just the beginning of your journey and Associated Manchester, not the end. And I will look forward in a moment to congratulating you each in person. But first of all, I'd like to ask the Director and Head of School of the School of Social Sciences, Professor Brian Heafy, to say a few words to you as well. Brian, thank you.
Hello. Hello? Right, just relax. Put your shoulders down. Your exams are over. You've all done well. My name is Brian Heafy. I'm the head of the School of Social Sciences, and I will speak for the first part of this, and then we'll introduce the social science graduates, and then we'll move on to the second part of the ceremony, which will be from the School of Arts, Languages and Cultures, and Professor Langslow, my colleague, will say something specific about the School Arts, Languages and Cultures graduates, and then you will be presented with your degrees. But what I want to say first is relevant to all of you, and that's you've done really, really, really well. Congratulations. So I'd like you to stand up, the graduates, stand up. And I'd like everyone else to give them a round of applause. Right, you've had your 5 seconds. Sit down. Now, I'd like the rest of you to stand up, please. I'm not going to ask you to do an Irish jig, even though I could do that. What I'm going to ask you, graduates, to do is to congratulate and show your gratitude to your friends, families, parents, and sponsors for all the support they've given you to get this far in your academic life. Louder. And I think it's fair to say, you can sit now, you've had your 5 minutes, 5 seconds. I think it's fair to say that this wouldn't have been possible without all of you. So we at the University of Manchester are incredibly proud of our students who are now graduating, but we're also incredibly grateful to you for the support that you've given them that's enabled them to get this far. So we're celebrating the success of students who have completed a range of undergraduate and postgraduate courses across the humanities and social sciences today. But especially in my case, those who have graduated in all of the social sciences. Those include taught programs, as well at undergraduate level or master's degrees, research programs leading to the award of MPhil, and we're also congratulating those who are thoroughly institutionalized by now, those, I hope, those of you who've completed PhDs. And it's time now to leave the nest. Or at least, if you're going to stay here, produce some publications very quickly. So, I'd like to take this opportunity to emphasize the importance of the social sciences so that we can give you the respect you deserve for your achievements and give you the affirmation and esteem that you deserve. So the one common skill that I hope all of you, wherever you come from, well, not I hope, you need to get your money back if you haven't got this skill. The one common skill you will have is the capacity to analyze complex processes. The capacity, particularly in the social sciences, to understand, to analyze, and to understand the human world and human relations at whatever level you had particular interests in, but also the ways in which the individual level, the community level, the organizational level, the state level, the international level are all linked in one way or another. So, by now, you have gained the capacity to analyze this, but also to understand human action and interaction at all levels of society. So the major contribution of the social sciences is to investigate and know the human world. For those of you who think, why do they bother doing this? This is why they bothered, because they wanted to learn how to analyze and to know the human world. Be that in politics, as it's expressed in politics, economics, in everyday social life, and so on. So the major contribution of the social sciences is to investigate and to know, to explain the human world, and to inform public debate and public knowledge on it by carefully specifying what challenges we as individuals, families, communities, societies, or a global world, the challenges we confront and how we might address these challenges. So be they from economics, philosophy, politics, social anthropology, social statistics, or sociology, graduates, this group of people here, will have an understanding or the skills to gain an understanding of how human societies work, and will have a knowledge that can be applied to the question of what it is that makes a good society. Now, we all have a different idea of what a good society is, but our aim and your objective and your skills should make you capable now of working towards the question of what it is that from your perspective and from your group's or your nation's perspective produces social goods as well as economic goods and other kinds of goods. So these are laudable aims, but I suspect that some of you still might be a little bit suspicious and may be grappling with the more practical questions of, but what do they actually do, these social scientists? What do these graduates, what skills will they have, and can they do anything practical with them? Well, I think the answer to the question is yes. I had to say that, okay? But it is the true answer to the question. So let's take a problem, a social problem, be an economic one, a political, or a policy one. And if we look at the current landscape, for instance, some of the challenges that are emerging now, challenges that will transform not only how we organize ourselves as groups or societies, but what we think about and what we think about our everyday future lives and those of our children, there are many challenges that we faced. In just over 8 years in this country, we have witnessed 3 general elections, the continuing devolution agenda, from the referendum in Scotland through to, of course, the promotion of the Northern Powerhouse, which Manchester is a central part of. How's this all going to play out? Not just in itself, but also together with Brexit, changes to US domestic and foreign policy, trade tensions between the US and China at the moment, security tensions between Europe and Russia, and the socio-political change in other countries. How will all this shape our everyday lives, our communities, our regions, our sense of a nation, our sense of security, and our sense of a future? These are issues that saturate the news media and sometimes keep some of us awake occasionally at night. Now, broaden this out to other areas of deeply and hotly debated questions. For example, the question of sovereignty and control, which lies at the heart of the UK's still uncertain future with respect to Europe and the rest of the world. And then let's try to reconcile that with migration, economic performance, the pace of social change, both at home and globally. And whilst we deal with that, let's add the old continuing problems of intergenerational justice and injustice, the claims of the young and old, around gender and sexuality, race and inequality, regional instability, social networks, media networks, confidentiality, climate change. These are all, not together I say, every single student studies all of these together, but these are all the questions that social sciences addresses and deals with. So all of these are the first order questions for social science researchers, teachers, practitioners, and students. And we've only just scratched the surface. So, rather than ask what a social sciences graduate is trained to do, the question should be, is there anything that a social science graduate could not do, achieve, or lend their intellect to? It's a question that defines our core aim in the School of Social Sciences at Manchester, to develop and support our students to become revered Manchester social science graduates who have both the opportunity and the ambition to make a difference in the organizations they will work for and in the future. Now, I hope our students feel that they have benefited from the wide range of expertise at Manchester, but also being one of the top 40 universities in the world, and social sciences is ranked in the top 40 in the world, that you have been able to take the examples we've used from our very talented staff's leading research, and to learn from that and to be ambitious and confident about going out into the world in the future. One of the key things I would say to our graduates is the question of confidence, concerns the question of confidence and the question of skill base. Whether you believe it or not, at this point you are incredibly well skilled to deal with the challenges that you choose to deal with in the organizations in which you choose to work with, whatever their nature, in the future. And I hope that one of the key skills we've taught you, or that you've developed here, is that skill in identifying your own areas of strength and being confident about them. I know your parents, your friends, people on the left of the hall here will be very proud of you. But it is also true that our staff are incredibly proud of you. And this is often a kind of funny time of the year for us, not least with our PhD students, but also with our master students and our undergraduate students. Because on the one hand, it's fabulous to see that you're here, you're ready to graduate, and you're going to go. But on the other hand, we feel a sense of loss. We have lost you as individuals, in a sense. We hope you keep in touch with us. But kind of like parentally, empty, you know, some of us will feel empty nest syndrome over Christmas when we're not marking your essays going, oh God, I could be doing something better over Christmas than reading another PhD. But frankly, we will miss you, but we do hope you'll stay in touch. We're extremely proud of you, and we hope that you take away from us skills that no matter what disciplinary background you come from, and no matter what future area you work in, skills that you can be confident about, that you can apply to make yourself happy, a contribution to enable you to make contributions to the broader society as well as to your own bank balances. That's important, by the way. To look after others, you have to be able to look after yourself. So what I'd like to say to you all is congratulations. And now I'm going to ask Professor Angelina Wilson to invite graduates to be presented with their degrees by the Vice President. Thank you.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Patricia Doran. Sabrina Villeneuve. Marquita de la Salava. Patrick English. Teodora Goea. Finlay Malcolm. Denise Sende Sepulveda Sanchez. Angelica Cabezas Pino. And for the degree in Master of Arts Anthropological Research, Thomas Sullivan. And in Economics, Osola Vivian Adebayo. Maria Pierre Aquino Costa. Ling Zuan Chan. Lan Kong. Osman Faisal. The fan club. Ria Miriam Gomez. Wei Wang. Alexander Jalanji. Marius Julian Knobloch. Wing Yi Lam. Xing Lao. Aaron Naylor. Ali Othman. Yitao Shi. Asjet Suleiman. Andre Trini. Isol Tonko. And in human rights, law, political science, Thomas Alexander Davis. Georgia Montague Nelson. Kerry Peach. Ibram Subaihai. And in human rights, political science, Rahala Hejari. William Lane. And in international political economy, Mark Foster. Ethan Roy Gertel. Melissa Leila Lewis. Dorian Felix Lurtzer. Anna Murphy. Shamima Yisman Smrite. Louis Sternberg. And in international political economy research, Andrew Joseph Eggleston. And in international relations, Olotusun Eyoyinka Eyiyomi. Claire Alexander. Sophie Aspinall. Ellen Bramley. Amy Georgina Brooks. Amanda Fialho. Jessica May Flory. Kira Lucy Giuseppe. Oh, Gillespie. I apologize. Gillespie. My apologies. Julie Stephanie Frederica Henry. David Jonathan Hewish. Taylor Brooke King. Thomas Lush. Daniel Massa. Beth Morley. Raymond Gitao Mutuma. Yuka Otani. Jacob William Phillips. James Anthony Ramsden. Daniel Mark Rattigan. Francesca Rachel Singleton. Daisy Florence Tolcher. Alexander Eleanor Van Doorn. Imogen Louise Wheeler. Louis Tzu. Afrina Benti Zulkifli. And in International Relations Research, Joanne Davis. Fiona Margaret Hallett. Yi Wei Wen. And in Peace and Conflict Studies, Christina Arianti. Zoe Clark. Patricia Diane Francis. Ellen Faith Holmes. Samantha Delanova Kazakanova. Petra Matashkova. William Reynolds. Jake Lewis Shaw. Natalie Marie Ward. And in philosophy, Sarah Mothlon Christensen. Johnny Dixon. Jonas Fari Costa. Jonathan Howe. Madeline Rose Jane Hughes. Zoe Louise Manuel. Joe Waite. Edward David Felix Wilkins. And in political economy, Farah Nasira Abra. Mode Hafiz Mode Muhali. Mukjargol Otagambayer. Callum Joseph Simmons. Yang Yang. And in political science, democracy and elections, Angus Bogmiller. And in political science, democracy and elections research route, James David Griffiths. Matthew George Mason. Ruth Neville. Julian Thomas Ostrowski. And in political science, governance and public policy, Anissa Amaran Ahmed. Sharon Elizabeth Cowan. Holly Day. Alan Michael Ewens. Anthony Gowden. Thomas Peter Richardson. Nicholas Peter White. Ashley Dennis Wilson. And in political science, governance and public policy, research route, Matthew Christopher McCardle. Colleen Maria McHugh. And in political science, philosophy, and political theory, Carolina Yashechek. Hugh Robert Raphael Wright. And in political science, political theory, Daniel Robert Ian Trigg. And in political science, democracy and elections, Georgia Renee Sortwell. And in politics, Matthew Allott. Samantha Charlie Bell. Rebecca Chambers. Jessica Conley. Eve Harper. Kyle Keith Jr. Johnson. Benjamin Joseph Nehemiah Lee Warner. Liam Allen Mather. And in social anthropology, Ellen Mary Donovan. Carrie Laura Fogarty. Jennifer Mary Healy. Staliani Lipai. Amy Shaw. Kyle Malcolm Prati. And in sociology, Sahila Ahmed. Azif Azuddin. Ming Chen. Olivia May Gardner. Dowen Jim. Lily May Graham. Verwinda Evelyn Cesia Jensen. Wanhui Lee. Olivia Ann Murphy. Jing Ren. Shima Sadat. Lagshul Wangdi Thakarpa. Daisy Viper. And in visual anthropology, Tallulah Christina Era Carpenter. Evan DeRosier Crispel. Luke Di Bartolomeo. Asa Johanna Dortman. Miriam Sadah Alabad. Morven Teresa Oliver Larkin. Maria Katinka Schlett. Alice Simonetto. Rebecca Hope Strickland Spence. Elizabeth Ann Vasquez. Maria Jose Villa Garcia. And for the degree of Master of Science in Econometrics, Gillis Bernard Cruselbrick. And in Economics, Ishika Audit. Martin Orr. Andrew Peter Storms. Yu Cheng Wang. Han Sheng. Zizuan Zhuang. And in economics, environmental economics, Alina Magarataka. Leva Borndal Skar. And in financial economics, Jing Yang Du. Joshua Hudson. Charles Richard Malad Job. Shimsi Agath Moray. Jingye Pan. Guanru Ki. Oh. Xuan Zhu. And in social research methods and statistics, Andre Lisette Aparcio Castro. Eleanor Jane Caulfield. Louise Kelly. Margaret Clark Poulis. Ben Savelli. And in sociological research, and also being awarded a Distinguished Achievement Award, Elizabeth Lillian Hughes Ackerley. Well done. Sophia Jane Atherton. Pingze Bai. Alison Briggs. David Dobson. Rose Harrison. Amelia Francesca Hauker. Laura May Johnston. Samantha Louise King. Charlie Thomas Southerton. Naga Ching Zi. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Economic and Social Studies with honors, Abu Bakar Alam. Iman Ismail. Oliver Fressel. Jack Henry Hilder. Epolka Kovacs Osveth. Ailsa Katrona Mears. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences with honors, Naila Aslam. Nicholas Patterson. Yep, got it. Louis Oliver Postens. Thea Price Unsworth. Arye Wolfson West. And in philosophy with honors, Alana Borkwood. Thomas Dello. And in politics, philosophy, and economics with honors, Eleanor Florence Egger. Abigail Quigley. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Economics with Honours, Emma Cook. Josephine Roberts. Thomas James Lee Webster. And in Social Anthropology with Honours, Lise Albertson. And in Social Anthropology with International Study with Honours, Nana Campbell. And in Sociology with Honours, Kaisha Hale. Keely Louise Harris. Demi Knight. And Cameron Leslie.
Vice President, colleagues, graduands, and your families and friends. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is David Langslow. I'm the head of Classics, Ancient History, and Archaeology, and it is my pleasure and privilege to present to the Vice President for their degrees graduands from a range of departments and programs across the School of Arts, Languages and Cultures. But before I do so, it is my further honour to say a few words on behalf of the head of School of Arts, Languages and Cultures, Professor Alessandro Schiesaro. I'm delighted to congratulate those of you graduating today on your success in obtaining your degrees. Colleagues in the school are extremely proud of what you've achieved. They've worked closely with you for 3 or 4 years or more. Some of you graduating today have studied with us for your BA, MA, and PhD programs, meaning that you've shown loyalty to the university and the school for over 7 years. You've become very much part of our academic community. Many of you who are being awarded a PhD today have also been graduate teaching assistants, working alongside us in teaching our undergraduates so that you are our valued colleagues as well as our inspiring students. We hope that you found your time here intellectually and academically stimulating, because whatever else studying for a degree gives you, the experience should have been one where you found yourself both challenged and excited. I'm sure I speak for Professor Heafy when I say that we are extremely grateful to our colleagues, here present and absent, for having given you that experience. For many of you, I have no doubt, it will have transformed your lives, though you may not yet know it. There is one group of people in this room which has not yet been exercised. Professor Heafy exercised nearly everybody. There is a group on stage representing the teaching staff of the university. I invite them to stand, and I would ask all of you to join me in thanking the teaching and support staff of the university for all their efforts and dedication. Thank you. This ceremony is held in our magnificent Whitworth Hall, testimony to a remarkable tradition of philanthropy and social responsibility, which reminds us of the bold Victorian hopes and aspirations for our university. It also reminds us that the subjects you studied for your degrees have a long and distinguished record at this institution. Manchester was one of the first universities in the late 19th century to offer degree programs in history. While most of you graduating today will have spent much of the last year researching and writing your dissertations, what you might not know is that under that great medieval historian T.F. Tout, Manchester in the 1890s pioneered the concept of an undergraduate dissertation, which is now seen as a staple of all humanities and social science programs across the world. It is no exaggeration to say that the understanding of independent research as being one of the hallmarks of a university education in the humanities owes a great deal to Manchester's history department. Today, history research at Manchester goes from strength to strength. In the 2014 National Research Exercise, where institutions were judged on the quality of their research, the research environment, and the impact their research has on the wider world, history at Manchester was ranked 4th in the UK for the quality of its publications. Over the past 3 years, many of you, or at least many in your families, will have wondered whether a degree in a humanities subject was a wise investment, especially in the current economic climate. I would assert that it was arguably the best decision you have made so far, in both personal and professional terms, and one that I'm convinced you will not have cause to regret. As the philosopher Martha Nussbaum cogently argues, the study of arts and humanities subjects fosters the critical thinking necessary for independent action and intelligent resistance to authority, and enables the development of qualities such as imagination and empathy, which are the essential foundations of democracy. The humanities are not just a broad spectrum of fascinating and ever-growing texts, topics, and artifacts. They are also, and perhaps even more importantly, a form of knowledge, a set of epistemic protocols, a specific approach to all aspects of the human experience at the individual and social level, which is based on unquenchable curiosity, relentless exploration of facts, and informed and sophisticated interpretation. In a world where the frontiers of knowledge change faster than at any time in human history, this methodological foundation will be the most precious skill you have acquired here, and the one that will enable you to branch out in many different directions over the course of your life with full confidence in your abilities. Let me put this concept another way, in the words of our own inimitable Professor of Creative Writing, Jeanette Winterson. I quote, "The imagination and creativity, which are the hallmarks of the humanities, are not the flowers on the table. They're not even the table. They're the very ground on which we stand as human beings. If creativity is a luxury, human beings are a luxury too." End of quotation. Unsurprisingly, arts and humanities graduates are also much sought after in the labour market. One of our most distinguished alumni, Sir John Cunliffe, is a much respected economic policy maker who has worked for most of his career at the Treasury and is now Deputy Governor of the Bank of England. He talks eloquently about the invaluable grounding that his study as an undergraduate at Manchester gave him. He graduated with a BA in English literature and a final year project on Oscar Wilde and the Bible. The ability to dissect a text or an argument intellectual curiosity, a taste for the unexpected, the willingness to engage with multiple points of view, cultural traditions and aspirations, to mention but a few things, are the defining features of an arts graduate and the reasons why arts and humanities graduates are so highly employable. Whether you've studied literature, languages, history, or other aspects of the arts and humanities, what arguably unites you is an interest in what makes us human, the creation of identity, and what it is to be part of humanity. Many of the degree programs you've studied examine the most controversial and exciting topics of the time, such as issues of gender and sexuality and the relationship between the local and the global. They signal the university's commitment to exploring the grand challenges of the day, and they ensure that you will be ready to engage with fellow human beings in a responsible, aware, and intellectually critical manner. This is also, incidentally, why we're wearing gowns today. Partly to honour an ancient tradition, no doubt, but also for a symbolic reason, which has been articulated as clearly as possible by one of the most distinguished historians of the past century, Ernst Kantorowicz. Gowns, he pointed out, are worn by priests, judges, and academics because they symbolize their independence and their responsibility to uphold the truth. Kantorowicz, twice an exile, first from Nazi Germany and then from Berkeley, where in the throes of McCarthyism he was required to sign an oath of loyalty, knew whereof he spoke. The issues Kantorowicz faced not so many decades ago are still a source of anxiety to colleagues in many countries, including in Europe. Those of us who are fortunate enough not to face them in our daily lives are still concerned that universities in this and other countries are living in difficult times. As we congregate here to celebrate your achievement, we also reaffirm the importance of the university's mission and values. Graduation is also a moment to celebrate distinguished achievement. Students this year have produced some outstanding work, and I'm pleased to announce distinctions have been awarded to Emma Hickey in spoken Japanese, and to Natasha Langley in spoken Chinese. And now let me conclude briefly with some more practical information. As I said, we believe deeply in the educational mission of the university, and I'm therefore pleased to confirm that the school will again offer this year a £3,000 bursary to any student graduating from the university with a first-class degree who registers on one of our MA programs. On a more practical note, the school's web and social media officer has asked me to remind you that the school is running a graduation selfie competition. So please tweet us your selfie if you want to take part. I should add, however, that selfies should not be taken during the ceremony. As you receive your diploma, you enter a new phase of your relationship with the university. We very much hope that you will continue to be an active part of the extended community of alumni and supporters, to nurture an interest in the life of the university and of the students who follow in your footsteps, to take pride in the collective achievements of this great and noble institution. The loyalty, support, and goodwill of our students are the foundations of our future. Please keep in touch with us and visit us when you're back in Manchester. We wholeheartedly wish you happiness and success, both in life and at work. Thank you. Vice President. On behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Ancient History with honours, Lily Chowdhury. Daniel Hartley. Megan Humphreys. Omar Raja. And in Arabic Studies with honours, Isabel Usher. And in Archaeology with honours, Dorian Spencer Gordon. And in Classical Studies with honours, Sophie Lowe. And in Drama with honours, Lily Cowley. And in Drama and English Literature with honours, Christopher James Pope. And in English Language with honours, Usama Ali. Hannah Louise Richards. Peter Wallace Thomas. And in English Language and Spanish with honours, Emma Newth West. And in English Literature with honours, Charlotte Elise Crompton. Rosa Simone. And in English Literature and a Modern Language, German, with honours, Helen Aaron. And in French and Spanish with honours, Gina Susanna Agnew. And in German Studies with honours, Katja Hert. And in History with honours, Claire McCahery. Matthew Thomas Scoville. And in the History of Art and a Modern Language, Italian, with honours, Nina Merriweather. And in Italian and Spanish, with honours, Matilda Matthews. And in Japanese Studies with honours, Emma Hickey. And in Middle Eastern and Modern European Languages with honours, Karima Mohammed. And in Modern Languages and Business and Management, Chinese, with honours, Colin Sophie van Senden. And in Modern Language and Business and Management, Japanese, with honours, Leonardo Buter. And in Politics and Modern History, with honours, Stanley Barber. Lawrence Rosenberg. Stefano Ruggiano. Beth Talbot. And in politics and Spanish with honours, Felix Higgins. Henry Michael Paul Stanimeros. And in religions and theology with honours, Constance Elizabeth Trotman. Alice Walsh. And in Spanish and Portuguese with honours, Freya Lauren McCann. And in modern Middle Eastern history with honours, Gultidan Karaklas. And for the degree of Bachelor of Music with honours, Henry James Ovey.
Well, today we have celebrated the award of your degree. Congratulations. The ceremony is full of symbolism, and there is one final task that I have to ask of you. Like many of us, you have a cap, but you've been carrying it around in your hand. And now that you are graduates of this university, I'd like to ask those who are able to stand to please stand, and as a symbol that you are now graduates, please don your caps and mortarboards. And we'll give you one final applause and congratulations for all that you have achieved today. Very well done. On behalf of the University of Manchester, can I extend from all of us our very best wishes, not just for Christmas, but for all that's to come. I can now ask, please, for everybody else to also, if you're able, to please stand. And I declare this ceremony closed.